Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be ranking all the Cuphead bosses, all 19. The Team Dice battle will be into just one battle, and the sub-bosses will be also in that. No run and gun stages will be in this, and this is from my perspective, in my opinion. So if you want to say anything or think that some of them are wrong, just leave them in the comments. So anyways, let's start ranking the Cuphead bosses. Anyways, side note, this is from easiest to hardest. The last will, like, number 1 will be the hardest, and like number 19 will be the easiest, so I just had to make that side note real quick if it wasn't clear in the title, which I don't even know if it will be in the title. But anyways, back onto the video.
Early brewing and begin.
Well, number 19, we have the Root Pack, which many people find Dupi Legrand a lot easier, but I don't know, I just found this more easy. And first we have the Potato Man, who just spits dirt balls in a very predictable pattern, and it's easy to dodge, and a worm that you can parry at the end. Second, we have the Onion, which just fries, and you just have to dodge to the tiers while shooting, which is really easy to do. And last, we have the Carrot with an eye. I don't know, I actually really like this boss fight because it just mixes everything up with a different character every time. And okay, it shoots laser eye beams at you because it's a carrot. And also it uses telekinetics, I'm probably saying that wrong, to send carrots out of the garden at you. And it's missiles, basically, homing carrot missiles. And once you finish that phase, you're done. Easy boss, done.
A brawl is surely brewing and begin.
Well, next we have Dupi Legrand Day, which also is incredibly easy. And for the first stage, you just have to duck his punches and avoid him jumping. And next stage, he gets bigger, then does the exact same thing. It just depends. Sometimes he jumps a lot, but sometimes he doesn't jump that much at all. Which one thing I really struggled with while doing this my first time. Also, I kind of hated about him. Next, he changes it and comes into a grave, slams down on you, and then a void. I don't know what it was, but I struggled with this part so much, and I really shouldn't have. But at the same time, it's pretty predictable. I just shoot at him like this or something, and then when he does that, dash. It's pretty simple, just like the Root Pack. And with that, you'll get an easy A plus, like A plus.
Good day for us. Well done.
Next on the list, we have Threatland Zeppelin, which also is the first plane fight, so it introduces you to some new mechanics, which can be pretty hard. It also takes shapes on the constellations. It'll change on the constellations. First, it'll automatically be this bull thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm not good at Greek mythology. And it'll just shoot its horns at you. I couldn't find much trouble with that part. Yeah. And then next, after shooting her a little bit, she'll turn either into this or a Cupid, which shoots heart, stars and arrows at you. And sometimes on this one, the bulls can spawn right on you, or the mini planes can get you trapped. Another thing is, it's basically that with the Cupid. Many things can just get on your screen and get you trapped, like those tornadoes. So you have to make sure you don't get trapped in weird spots or get cornered. And after shooting her for a little while, she'll do this thing and turn into a giant crescent, which will take up half of the screen. And someone invited me to a party. Kind of bad time. The stars can fly you some bad times. Red one, the kind of beige ones, the laser will shoot early, and the red one will shoot after you pass it. And after shooting her for a little while, she should be defeated, like that. And overall, it's hard for the first airplane level, but there are many harder ones. Next we have Ruby and Troat. There's not really much to say about the first phase. He will shoot fireflies at you, which you have to shoot. Usually when you have your starter weapon, you do 8-way aiming, which will be pretty easy. And on this, if you want to get like an A, you parry those, because there's not that much later to parry, or it's either harder to parry. And for their second phase, they will turn into a fan and shoot planets. I don't know what you could call those, really. And they'll stop for a little bit, give you a break, but at the same time, not really at all. And then this will happen. I'll turn into a slot machine for the third phase. In this, it's the reason I put it higher than Threatland Zeppelin, I think, or Hildeberg. It was Hildeberg. I think I said Threatland Zeppelin for the name. That's the name of the level. Don't call me out for that in the comments. The thing that gets me about this is you can get bad RNG or good RNG, just depends. Like this, I kind of hate this level, this one that it's selected. And it can do 3 attacks, a iguana, a bull, or a tiger. The bull does this. I would not recommend doing this, shooting like this, but if you don't have the roundabout, don't do this. And for the tiger, it just shoots up, shoots up balls. It's like those coming, and you have to jump in between them as the balls go up and down. And after that, you beat it. I always struggle with this, and I have no idea why. On this is Cadmium Carnation. To be honest, this is where the game for me started to be like, oh no, oh no. And this is where I actually started to play the game a little bit on simple mode. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. I hated this boss so much. Well, first, plants will come out of the ground, and those can spawn, little chompy things can spawn, boomerangs can spawn, things that look like carrots can spawn, and especially whatever the heck is in front of me. That, he just spawns a ton of plants to come attack you. And then next, he also shoots little seeds down as a machine gun. It's mostly that for 2 phases, and for the final phase, it's this. Little roots come up and attack you, and he shoots pollen at you. And if you hit it, it makes your screen all blurry. Oh crap. And then you just get as much damage as you can, and probably get as much EX cards through the pollen. Some of them are pink, they're easy to parry, and after that, you finish that boss. Pretty difficult, not gonna lie.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Well, this is Beppy the Clown. First of all, ducks are up there, and you can parry them. Some will shoot, have light bulbs that will drop down and set things on fire. And then there's Beppy, who just jump and dash over. Now we're getting to the hard parts. I have to admit, this boss is pretty difficult. Try to get as much parries as you can off of those balloon dogs. And if you can, save up for a super. You should have got one by now, after World 1. I recommend not use Super 3. But some people are better with some other ones. I just recommend Super 1. You should probably just stand under him and shoot, which will get a lot of damage on him. Also, I recommend buying this weapon. Does a lot of damage. And the charge weapon, which I don't have equipped right now, but it's pretty overpowered too. Does a lot of damage. And with this, I definitely recommend using the 8 square or something, whatever weapon I'm using, because it does a lot of damage on this phase. If you can get close enough, you can get tons of damage done per second. And basically, I'd say watch out for the penguins. Just dash over them, probably would be the best tactic, and just don't go on the ground. The train will destroy you. This is Werner von Bonbon. The one that has the most RNG in the game, and the one that I despise maybe the most. Except for one other one that I'm not going to name right now because I don't want to spoil it. So, first, she'll summon one of her 5 minions to come attack you. Only 3 can do it per boss battle. Per try on this. Probably, if you're really unlucky, you get this one. It's impossible to do damage on this guy without getting hit. Or at least good damage. Come on. Yeah, so basically just avoid his icing puddles, avoid him jumping, and he'll be dead. Yes. I recommend just shoot the jump. Just stick to the side. A bunch of people get panicked by him shooting. He's not going to walk incredibly. A bunch of people think he's just going to walk straight towards you. You just stick to the sides for him. Onto the third one, there's a little bit of a twist. She pulls out a shotgun. And final stage, this happens. Johnson's kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. Then she shoots her head at you. But to be honest, mostly just try to, no. Yeah, try to jump over this. Try to parry over that, and just shoot her as long as possible. This one is where the difficult gets real, and that's why I can't beat it. Well, this is Jimmy the Great. Jimmy the Great. I kind of hate this. Oh, you idiot. Yeah, this guy just shoots his skull at you, shoots 1 out of 3 different things. And yeah. I don't know how to explain this guy, I just hate him. It takes me forever to beat him. Always. Let's just shoot the faces of these pillars. So, yeah, I just want to clarify, I have beat this before. Probably just nuke this guy. I don't care, just nuke him. I don't know if that's the best strategy, but you should gain enough stuff for the next round to get another nuke. When you do that, just like shrink and zoom under there. And there we go. That phase done. That's where to unlock the super phase, you have to shrink during that. I mean the secret phase, not super phase. And then you nuke him, if you can. I hate this guy so much. And then this guy here, a wild Jimmy has appeared. Or Timmy, just depends. And then those shoot, and they only shoot up, down, left, and right. Just shrink while that happens, avoid his eye beams, and just in the mayhem of that, just shoot him. Well, and this is Wally Warbles, the guy that I regret. Mostly for these, you just have to stay at the edge. Maybe get a few parries in, avoid the handguns, and you should be okay for right now, at least. So now I really don't know what else to say about this phase. Avoid the birds, the mini birds, and then he'll go into psycho mode. Or sicko mode, if you prefer. Ah, crap, this is a bad position. Watch out for the birds, they go away in the next phase. There's actually more phases in this. avoid, just go up and down. It has to do a lot of multitasking on that phase. I really don't know how to explain it. Just keep eye on the feathers and your character. And then there's this guy. You can parry the lasers a lot. I just heard a laser shot, but there was none. Oh, that's weird. No, sir. I feel like this phase takes forever, and I don't know why. No, crap. And yeah, and once you beat that, the body will come up in some notices. They'll throw pills at you, which will split and shoot at you. He'll throw trash up. He'll throw up his heart, which will shoot bullets. I mostly recommend for the final stage you use the bombs. They're very helpful. And it's impossible to get regular shots on him because he's below you.
This match will get red hot.
Next we have Werner Warman. I feel like I actually probably should have put him early on this list, but it's too late to go back now. Even though being in World 3, he is pretty easy, not going to lie. First stage, avoid his cherry bombs. He'll shoot little lot things, just parry those and jump above him. And on this, he'll shoot trash, parry it, or just avoid it if you don't need any parries. Next, I really recommend you get the spread shot. And he just shoots bottle caps and stuff like that at you. But go up and down for his fire, and sometimes you'll need to switch sides, so watch out when you need to switch sides. For this phase, watch out for the wood falling, and when you see him staring at a certain side, you can predict where he's going to slap his paws. Then he goes to shoot parryable things at you. Whichever side he's staring, the paw is going to come from. That's really all you need to know. Expert mode actually isn't that bad, but to be honest, actually did pretty bad. I just realized that. But it is an easy A+. If you want to do all A+, this is an easy A+. And then once you get him, you're done, and you figure out that it's actually a mechanical cat. Next we have Captain Briny Beard. Oh hey, and someone is now online. One of my friends. Interesting. Anyways, for a bunch of the phases are the exact same things but added on. First phase, he shoots a lot of parryable things, which will get your super meter up quickly. The barrel is pretty simple. And that's pretty much it. I recommend the charge shot a lot for this. Then he will, in the next phase, he will start summoning sea creatures. That's how you know it's the next phase. In this phase, he can send a shark, sea dogs, I think, sea dogs, a squid, or I think it's a squid, octopus maybe, that will ink your screen, and then finally a shark that will come from the left. After that phase, you can see the ship will start shooting at you. this is where the charge shot really comes in. To be honest, this is pretty hard. By the way, you can actually do, you have to duck and dash, but that's possible actually. If the barrel comes down on you early. Yeah, I'm not doing too good, but this level also with the charge, is actually not that bad to get an A+. Also, that's the ES move for it. And then you do that over and over until it's dead. Like this. Ready? Man, there we go. A+, I think. Let's see if we got that. That one it has some RNG, but it's not that bad.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
Well, for this level, Cala Maria, I actually don't have as much trouble with this level than most people do. Also, watch out, the fish actually do damage. And also shoot for her head, because if you don't, it does absolutely no damage. And also that water does no damage. But to be honest, I don't know why it would either. After nuking her, she can do this attack. Somehow I'm still alive. Second phase, she turns into Medusa. And she'll do this. I recommend bombing all of these. Try to get as much of them dead as possible, because they'll do this. And then she does whatever the heck this is. I really hate this. She'll turn you into stone. Watch out for those, and she'll shoot poison bubbles at you. It's really, really difficult. But when I first played this boss fight, I actually didn't have much trouble with it. And there you go, easy boss. Here we have Sally. Here we have Sally's stage play. The boss which actually is a little bit difficult, but it's an easier level in World 3 though than most of it. So I'll give it a break. And then they go. You could, there's also a secret ending in this too. Oh crap. Nope. And there we go. Easy. I'm completely forgetting to narrate this too, so what you have to do first phase, just avoid her jumping, throwing little fans at you. Second phase, same thing, but she'll start shooting some little mouse toys at you. Then state 3, at the top left it'll say lightning, meteor, or big wave. On the meteor you'll have to shoot it open, and then it'll probably be big wave. Next once you get rid of the meteor, a pink star will come out, and then it'll probably do big wave, and you have to use that to parry over it. Lightning, you just have to dodge to the lightning, then it's done. Final stage, then it's this. Avoid the roses that'll fall down, and then some of them will come back up. Watch out for the fan and shoot the boss. That's the main thing for it.
Here goes.
I am a lot better with the round. I say you should probably, if you do this and go to the map, I say you should probably pick roundabout like this and spread shot, and then go into the battle. This is the Phantom Express.
This match will get red hot.
And then for the first phase, you need to, I recommend just shooting like this, because it will get rid of the eyes, and it'll hurt the enemy. Then just shoot at them, or sometimes not, they'll automatically fall at some point. You just parry those. It's an easy way to get an EX or a super move. And then this is where you use the spread shot. I recommend do not try to do the super move unless if you're right underneath him. You'll kill yourself. And then you just keep, I say maybe farm some of these pink things, but you'll get them in the next stage too. Then you'll have some cards in your super meter. Maybe you have enough for a super. Then you're on here. I recommend use a super on one of them. Then do this. Stand under them and shoot them. Yeah, they'll keep doing that shooting lightning. You have to move it back and forth. Final stage, he'll shoot out bone circles, and then whatever where you're when that happens, I recommend get on the ground, because then it will come towards you and you just have to jump over it. You'll have to parry his little tail thing. You'll have to parry his little tail thing to open his heart. Maybe it's supposed to look like a heart, I think. And then once you do that, you just shoot him, shoot the heart. And that's how you beat the Phantom Express. It seems where some of these, a bunch of these bosses I cannot even beat how hard it is. This is Rumor Honeybottoms. I just want to say, there is no really good way to do this. There's so many, to be honest, there's so many weapons that are good with this, but I choose Lobber and Spread for this, which is pretty good, I'd say.
This match will get red hot. And begin.
But the Labyrinth is pretty hard to use on this first phase. You just shoot him like this. Oh crap. Haha, sucker. I've got you. Get out of my way. Haha, got you. Come on. By the way, you can parry that, but it's easy to lose a hit point off of that. So I recommend don't try. There's going to be triangles that shoot at you. Ah, crap. Crud. The triangles will only shoot at you 3 times. For each triangle there is. And then she'll go to her final phase, which is this. She'll turn into an AC-130. I don't know if that's a plane. I don't know, she'll turn into an attack heliplane. That sounded like the H word. And then, I'm surprised I beat that. It is actually a pretty hard boss, especially with the moving platforms. And the platforms are kind of RNG, which makes it even harder. But you'll get through it with that loadout, or roundabout in charge. Well, for the King Dice battle, well, you have to roll a die. And make it all the way through this board to Fun. There's a start over button right next to Fun. Fun is when the actual battle begins with King Dice. And there is some, and you gotta make your way through mini bosses like these. There's no way I'm going to show the whole entire thing because of how long it is. But just, this level is actually pretty difficult. You just gotta shoot these margaritas. And you just gotta keep shooting the bosses like these. All of them have their different attack patterns, so I'm not going to be able to go over them all. A bunch of them die easily with charge, but some of the other weapons are pretty good. It just depends what boss it is. Only 2 of them are airplane levels though. And there is health up levels. Some of them will randomly be health up. If you land on them, you get an extra health.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
And I will show you some gameplay of this boss fight. If you want to skip the King Dice battle, if you want to skip ahead, you can go ahead. Because it might be boring. But here's some gameplay of the King Dice battle. If I make it that far.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
Okay, I just wanted to say real quick, this is the, I struggle so much with this. Because you have to do stuff like that. Yeah, you have to do bull crap like that. And you barely get any time to guess that. Darn it. And it basically keeps going like that until the end, until you reach fun. If you reach start over, I feel bad for you. And then once you make it to the end, it'll say fun, and then the real battle begins with him. When the real battle, he only does one attack, and he just shoots cards from his hands. And they're super annoying. But some of them are parryable, so you have to like parry along the line of the cards. It's just super frustrating. Also, there's one thing I wanted to tell y'all. Try to avoid numbers 5 and 9. They're really frustrating. Oh right, I forgot. On this, you also have to do a matching game. If you fail, you get fast. He gets faster. And it's really difficult. So just remember, this is the second to last, first to last boss battle in the game, so it is going to be pretty difficult. On this battle, I recommend using many people do it better with Lobber and Roundabout. I'm not doing it with Lobber and Roundabout. Also, another good one is Charge. I just want to say Charge does a lot of damage. I mean, like a lot of damage. So, first stage, jump on the clouds, avoid his fireballs, avoid his tail. Well, keep doing that until you did enough damage. Whoop. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. And also, you can parry off of those I-beams. Yeah, and don't do that, because you have to like dash immediately. Oh, what the heck? I'm actually doing better. So yeah, on that, some of them will jump at you. Some of them, you have to aim backwards, so that's why I prefer the Roundabout. But this last phase, kills you. They shoot fireballs. If you destroy them, they shoot in 4-way directions. He'll turn into a flamethrower. Not to mention, it's a Hydra. And if you defeat that, you're lucky. It's really, really hard. Especially if it's your first time playing the boss fight, you will die from it. Literally die.
A great slam and then stop.
Here we have the devil. I find this boss really hard, and I think If you use the twin heart charm, don't for this. It'll take a lot longer to kill him. I mean a lot longer. He'll have a bunch of little minions shooting you. And he does a goat a bunch of times, sometimes a snake, and whatever the heck that is. And he'll summon some different attacks, but they're all basically the same thing. Sometimes they're different. Second phase, where do I begin? Well, first of all, he shoots bombs out of his ears, which you need to parry because they have a large explosion radius. Second of all, whichever platform you're on, that's where the ass will come. I prefer just doing like something like that, where you fake him out a little bit. Overall, this fight is really hard. It isn't the #1 hardest. And then he goes on to the third phase. He'll grab little minion things to the side, which will shoot skulls at you, of course. Why weren't they? And those little frickers, which will come down and swoop in you. At the final one, there will be one platform, and there will be like a poker chip that every now and then will come down, so you have to like jump off and jump back on. Like you have to jump off when the poker chip hits, and then go back on. And then he'll also cry, too. And then it's the final phase is really short, so after you do that, you beat the final boss, but that is not the hardest. Where do I begin? Dr. Call's robot and Dr. Call. It looks like Bendy Bender. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Futurama. I don't really watch the show, but that's what many people think it looks. That's what it looks like. And to be honest, I don't know how to begin. You break something, it gets a new attack. It's impossible to kill. He just keeps regenerating. Yeah, once you have to break all 3 points that I just shown you, and then more things will happen. Then you have to shoot his heart. Do not waste your special move on this. Waste it on this. And then shoot it, and and then you got to the last phase. And this is why I hate it. It took me hours to beat this boss. This is why I think this is the hardest boss in Cuphead. I don't even know if I could beat it on camera for you. That's how hard it is. Well, a bunch of them I couldn't beat on camera for you. I'd have to do a live stream to show you all of them. If you want me to, I can do a live stream. Yeah, and that oh my gosh. Yeah, and that keeps happening until you defeat him. That's all. It just feels so long. So many projectiles coming at you. That's why I think this is the hardest boss in Cuphead. Well, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe. I spend a ton of time on this stuff, kind of. So I hope you enjoy. And also, I actually would have beat that boss battle, but I had one the hit point thing. I usually use 2, but I switched it the one for the final boss battle that I showed. So that's the end of this video. Once again, subscribe. I need subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.